Can you hear it?
Let us return the favor.
The rumor mill got so loud that Moon Studios' director had to step in and calm everyone down. No, there was no exclusivity deal with Sony. Relax. It's just that Wicked is constantly simulating and streaming a whole living world in the background, and on Switch 2, with its tighter memory budget, that takes far heavier optimization than on PS5. So the full launch hits PC and PS5 in October, and Switch 2 comes later with no date attached. This is the same studio that gave us the tender Ori games, except now they're holding a grim isometric action RPG with Souls-like combat, and across 2 years of early access, it's already sold more than 1.8 million copies. The full release piles on over 60 hours of content, a horde mode, and completely reworked classes. Let me flag the platform right away, because it matters. Holstin is officially announced for the original Switch, not Switch 2, so on the newer console it'll run through backward compatibility. Now for the good part. This is a psychological survival horror from Polish studio Sanka. Set in November 1992, in a remote town in eastern Poland where you've come looking for a missing friend. The devs point to Silent Hill and Resident Evil as their touchstones, but the mood they were chasing is a darker Twin Peaks, and you can feel it. The pixel art isometric view, you explore the town and switches to an over-the-shoulder angle the moment shooting starts. The town feels possessed by something rotten, and the locals are there to be interrogated and now and then gunned down.
To its roots with cinematic pixel art in a classic tale of crystals.
Resonance is the first Final Fantasy done in HD 2D, that gorgeous pixel over 3D look from Octopath Traveler, and the combat is built around a turn order timeline in the same vein, where what you do next depends on which abilities you fire off. On paper, it's lovely, with chocobos, espers, and airships all back, plus familiar faces like Cloud you can summon into battle. But under the hood, it's a reworking of the mobile gacha Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and that's what keeps me on guard. Add an annoying wrinkle. The physical edition goes to Switch 1, while the Switch 2 version is sold only as a game key card, meaning the game itself isn't on the cartridge.
Also plenty to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes.
If Resonance keeps you tense over its mobile roots, Witchbrook torments you a different way, through sheer waiting. It was first shown back in 2016, so it's literally outlived a full decade in development. It's made by Chucklefish, the folks who once published Stardew Valley, and it's a life sim set in a magic school in the seaside town of Mossport. You enroll at the witching college, fly around on a broom, make friends, fall in love, and slowly grow into the role of the local witch. The pixel art is charming, and there's a promised 4-player online co-op with broom races and coffee dates. The studio works on a strict no-crunch policy, which is worth respecting, but it also explains the endless slippage. The release moved from winter 2025 into 2026, and it was a no-show at this year's summer events, which is a little unnerving. The full title says it all. Veractal, will you trust your party? And trusting your teammates is no empty tagline here. It comes from Sting, the studio behind the Dokapon board game series, and it's basically a tabletop RPG. You roll the dice, move across the procedurally generated board of the world of Veractalia, and fight with a card deck you build to fit your style. It's worth remembering for one mechanic in particular, called Devil's Whisper. In co-op, you can be offered a secret pact. It pays off for you, but throws your allies under the bus. And the moment you take it, your voice in the voice chat actually starts to distort. It already launched on PC back in January to very positive reviews, so you're not buying blind.
Have you met Fiona yet? I'll bet she's grown into a fine...
Let me fix the platform first. This comes to both Switch and Switch 2, and the newer console gets its own edition with higher resolution and frame rate, with the upgrade costing a token $5. Moonlight Peaks itself is a cozy vampire life sim where, instead of carrying on his father's dark legacy, and Dad here is none other than Count Dracula, you move out to the abandoned family farm to prove the undead can live a kinder life. You grow cursed pumpkins by moonlight, raise Draculams, and a three-eyed hell kitten. Romance one of 24 characters, and unravel the secrets of the town's 7 families. It's all handled by Dutch studio Little Chicken under Xseed.
Fine witch since we left. Maybe she can teach you a thing or two.
Some games you can sum up in a single line. Picture Magic, The Gathering and Monopoly having a baby. That's Culdcept, and Begins is the first fully new entry in 10 years, a prequel to the very first game from 1997. You move around a board by rolling dice, claim territories with creatures, and charge tolls to rivals who land on your squares, building a 40-card deck out of a pool of 400. Switch 2 brings 2 nice touches. Game Share, which lets up to 4 people join in even without their own copy, and mouse support for smoother control. But let's be blunt, the series has always drawn flack for its steep learning curve and heavy reliance on luck, and the stiff, slightly cheap-looking character animation puts some people off.
Monsters into friends.
From the cardboard, we drift smoothly over to monsters. In Japan, the game is officially called Dragon Quest Monsters 4, and for once, it's launching on every platform at the same time instead of turning up a year or 2 later, the way it usually did. The leads are young Bianca and Nera from the 5th Dragon Quest, off in search of the fabled leaves of life to heal their ailing fathers. The heart of the series, as always, isn't swinging a sword yourself, but taming monsters, raising them, and fusing them into new and increasingly odd creatures to build your dream team. Here's where the doubt creeps in. The previous entry, The Dark Prince, ran genuinely poorly, and suffered from a thin story with barely any side content. If Square Enix took the lesson to heart and put real work into optimization, especially for Switch 1, this could be great.
And that's not all! Synthesize 2 monsters.
I will make that journey, just to save you.
The pedigree on this one makes it hard to walk past. Another Eden Begins is led by Masato Kato, the writer and director of Chrono Trigger and Xenogears, with music by Yasunori Mitsuda, the composer of Chrono Cross. It's a time travel JRPG with command-based turn combat, full voice acting, and a dozen different endings in New Game Plus, as you move through past, present, and future. The caveat is a real one though. It's built on the free-to-play mobile gacha. Another Eden, The Cat Beyond Time and Space, which has been running since 2017. The devs insist the console version is a standalone premium story you can jump into with zero knowledge of the original, which is reassuring. But the serial codes tying your purchase back to the mobile game make it clear the gacha connection hasn't fully gone away.
To save our lost future. No matter where or...
To close, something quiet and faintly unsettling. Picture a society where an artificial intelligence manages everyone's happiness, and you work as a facilitator, a maintenance fixer in a residential complex. You solve logic puzzles, patch up glitches, and get to know the residents, each with a story of their own. For the first half hour, it all feels like a cozy little meditation, and then it turns out there's a hidden layer of reality behind the pastel facade, called Blockside, where the real answers are kept, and your choices nudge this perfect world toward either joy or despair. It's made by Japanese studio Marumitu under Annapurna, a publisher with a nose for games that have some character to them. It's a modest $20, the demo is already up, so you can try before you buy.